just watch out for that shot back.
Well, is this your new co-host?
No, that is not a new co-host.
Okay. I was getting ready to say, Bull, have I been demoted or promoted? I'm gonna slide over RTD2.
Yeah,
okay?
we can do that.
How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
That's
How are
okay.
you?
Oh, it's yours. There you go.
All right.
Nice kick pattern, bro. Okay.
All right. Only these work for wrestling.
Oh yeah, bro. Only you work for us. Okay.
You got a list today too.
Clean. Oh boy, this is good.
I mean,
well, I want to get the names right. When they're official idiots, they got to. We got to call them.
All right. Okay. All right.
Call them my names.
How long do you guys need?
20 or so.
Don't tell us when to go home.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know,
I'm just gonna be
people are
making-
remorseful.
I'll be making a lot of noise.
That's
so.
okay. We will be too. But we're not gonna go long. I got new students.
I got stuff I gotta do too. So
Bullet's got real
we're
work.
already on the clock, right? We've already drained 5 minutes.
Bull-
So it's okay.
Bullet's got real work to be. No, Jericho, we'll be done. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta shave my face at some point.
Just take 5. Okay. James Drake's still around. By the time he showed up for work.
Oh, James Jake, he's like that. You ever seen The Dark Knight Rises? The third Batman with Bane,
Yeah.
where he's in the prison and he's hanging up, and he goes, "Oh, you have a vertebrae protruding," and then he punches him right in the back. That's James Drake. He did that to me earlier today, and I'm finally able to move now.
You probably want to climb the top rope for that. Okay, moonsault. Okay,
Right.
we got to be official yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Daddy More Q Wrestle. The claps, you know what time it is, George Hours of
Boy,
weekend.
I'm blowed up already. Okay.
Maybe after stepping over everything.
Oh yeah.
And
Boy.
walking past those mystery boxes.
But listen, so much going on here, Bullet. Thank you so much for that great introduction. Very excited here today. Supposed to have 2 new students starting tonight at our wrestling school, so we're very excited.
2 students I will never see because nobody shows up to Thursday.
No,
so
we're gonna
you're gonna have 40 of them
Yes.
there tonight, and I had 1 last week, and then the week before that I had 0.
Bullet, listen, and I'm going to. Things are kind of busy today, but I'm going to eventually talk to Vince about that. It's about time. We don't graduate people, of course, and give them a certificate and tell them to go on. We want everybody to continue to come. But you know as well as I do, even on Tuesdays, there's some that, because the class continues to grow and we've got a lot of new beginners on Tuesday, but there's still just as many that have been around us for 30 years that really can kind of branch off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, and it's only fair, I think, to the newer students that are coming because you don't have enough time. You know, because I give them everything I got for 2.5 hours, but
it's not like the old days when you had Charlie Dreamer, Cedric Alexander, Caleb Conley, and you were just replaying like a video game,
Yes.
and we were actually your avatar.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Y'all were my.
We were just doing Paul Jones
centipedes.
spots.
Oh yeah.
Or we were doing.
I got goosebumps.
Or we were recreating spots that you did with 2 Cold Scorpio when you wrestled them on TV.
Yes, Bullet. But now I actually got to put like some actual feeling. I mean, some actual like.
You actually got to do some
I
teaching.
gotta, yeah.
You got to do some teaching.
I'm not used to that. Okay.
As opposed to just calling some spots.
No,
you've never
exactly.
heard
I
of
can't do
before.
that no more
Yeah.
because you know y'all ruined me.
And I'll tell you what though, like I've kind of started to miss that a little bit. Like there was like a show 2 weeks ago. I was like, somebody asked me what I wanted to do, and I go, you know what I haven't done in a very long time is an abdominal stretch.
Oh.
And then I started thinking about like, man, there was a time where
you did that in your sleep.
The week wouldn't be like I wouldn't get halfway through the week without doing at least 18 abdominal stretches. Now I've gone almost halfway through my wrestling career without doing another
You
one.
could wake up at night and go take a leak and get the abdominal stretch on the way.
I
mean, it was just so.
I used to sleep with my girlfriend in the inside grapevine. I used to lock in and do the big foot stomp down and then grab. Like
boy, I love.
That's how I used to cuddle.
Boy,
the inside grapevine.
it's so funny that the theme of this show, without us planning it or anything else, has went along this line because listen to this, Bullet.
Okay.
The more things change, the more they come back around. And I don't know the outcome of this yet, but listen to this. It's been 15 years since you first got here. Boy, I get a text this past week from one of my old armory sergents, okay, that I haven't heard from.
It wasn't Klondike hitting you up for
No,
money.
wasn't Klondike. No, bro, I deleted him, and
he's been sending people a pay link to pay online, and I'd like to see him send you the link via your flip phone.
I deleted him and accepted him back just so I could delete him again.
Okay.
But anyway, so the sergeant just sends me a message. He says, "Hi George, how you doing? This is Sergeant maybe Crosswhite. I have to go look. But anyway, a longtime friend. Of course, I didn't remember his name. But anyway, he said, "Are you still running shows?" I said, "Well, not too many." I said, "There's not many buildings left, and I try not to, but jokingly." And then he said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm moving back to the Charlotte area now." Bullet, the connection here is he was the one that I was getting the Mooresville National Guard Armory from back in the day. Okay. And so anyway, I didn't even bring that up, but I said, "Man, that's great if you're moving back to Charlotte." I didn't know if he was still in the reserves, the Army, whatever. I don't even know if he had any pull. But the minute he told me that, yes, I'll be moving back to be stationed there, that, you know, the old carnival light bulb went off, that there is still a connection. So then I quit being rude and actually started answering his texts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, because you never know where this may lead to.
You never know.
Bullet, okay? So anyway, real quick. The process, and it's going to be maybe another week and a half, but he's moving back. He doesn't know which armory here he will be stationed at, but he said that there is new people in Mooresville after all these years. Remember, there was a lady put in there as a sergeant. She hates wrestling. That's why there's been no wrestling in the EWA arena in all these years. It looked like sportatorium.
Last time I think Mooresville was ever run was my $5 wrestling show. Island of Misfit Toys. It was the return, and then it was the escape, because by the time that the two releases came out, between that time, they'd already said no more wrestling.
No, exactly. So it's just, and you know what's sad about it? I drive by that place all the time, and there's really nothing going. Weeds are growed up. There's really nothing at all. It ain't like they told us no and let everything else in there. There's that building just sits there, basically. So anyway, so he said, "Let me get in town, get the family moved, get stationed," and then he said, "Me and you will meet up there with the new people and just see." Because I just told him, I said, "Sergeant, if they can't work with me on the ring," I said, "I'll run it every month if they'll work with me."
And you have.
You know,
You've ran it every week before. I've seen it happen.
I said, "Well, when we get there, can I use my key to the Armory to let us in, or will they let us in?"
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you want to drive one of the Army Jeeps that I had a key to the Armory, or no? But anyway, we'll see. There may be, it may be Bullet Jake Manning and George South going, 2 hours again back at the Mooresville Armory. I hope. I don't know. We're going to see.
My back's going to feel a little bit better before we do that, all right? Before we start talking like that.
But boy, it's just neat because here it is. That place just laid, deserted for 10 years. I mean, there ain't been nothing going on in there. So maybe there'll be a return. Oh, we'll have to do a George South homecoming back in Mooresville.
Okay.
Bullet. Oh man. So anyway, I'll keep you updated on that, Bullet. So much going on, Bullet. I know this past week, my hat's off to the great Dallas Cowboys. They didn't play, Bullet.
Yeah.
So, but I'll find a reason to throw them in any bag. My Dallas Cowboys are so bad, they even lost on their day off. Boy,
Yeah.
That's bad. That's how bad they are. But anyway, so much going on. Bullet, I got to tell you this real quick. People will not believe this. Everyone knows that my grandbaby Dallas is playing football. They were trying to get him a deal. It's just taking a little bit longer than I thought.
Those pictures you took far better than what
Oh,
Andy
boy.
Bell's was.
Up on the rock pile. But listen to this. Okay, so this past Saturday, there's only 2 games left, okay? They've had a great season, but now it gets real, okay? We done beat, like, the George Souths and the Gary Rawls and the Barry Horowitzes. Now, we're in championship mode. Well, the other teams are. We not. But anyway, so, boy, listen to this. This past week, now we're traveling now, the Little Dallas team. So anyway, we travel way over to we traveled to below Monroe Saturday morning before I had to leave. And them boys out there, they've all failed school. They're all like 30 years old, but playing in Pee Wee. So anyway, we get there, Bullet. Okay, Dallas's team, their sight. Here comes this other team. Bullet, if you can remember that prison guard in that great Burt Reynolds movie, Longest Yard, if you can remember the guards, that's who Little Dallas played. I'm telling you, boy. They all had tattoos. I asked the umpire 3 times to check their IDs. Something ain't right here. I'm not a smart man, but when the kid's got facial hair as a center, he's got a beard out to here, there's a problem. But anyway, listen to me, boy, and I'm not making no excuses. We got killed. Not only do we, but I had to hurry up and leave. So listen, boy, at halftime, boy, it was like the Jets Cowboy game. I'm serious, boy.
Yeah.
So, listen, I missed the fun. So, anyway, I had to leave, and things are looking bad. We're trying, but them boys, man, they all been eating fertilizer since they were 2. They're jacked up. Every one of them's got a tattoo on their back like Brock Lesnar. You understand what I'm saying? So,
What's that name again?
Brock Lesnar. But listen, here's what I miss, Mike Lee. So we're getting killed by 4 touchdowns. Guess what the other team does? Listen to this, Michael Lee. You talking about sportsmanship? What sportsmanship? That coach kept running the score up. So listen to this, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's shoving it down our face. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you, very
I believe in that. I believe in that.
Oh, me too. Now listen to this,
Thoroughly.
boy. So here's what I did miss. So the game's over. We're beat like 4,000 to nothing. I mean, they killed us. This is Dallas has realized WCWS. This is where the big boys play.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Dallas realized. We got killed. So anyway, so we got to do the fake handshake. You know, now where everybody's supposed to be friends and grin.
Give each
and,
other jerseys.
Oh
and
yes,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. So their team lines up,
Smiling
our
like
team
D-Wade.
lines up.
Get out of here.
So listen to this, bullet. So we're all shaking. You know, of course I'm gone. I miss all this. And Little George is assistant coach. Well, there go the kids are shaking hands. Well, here comes the 2 coaches, our stupid coach and their stupid coach. They get bullet. Now we're talking pee-wee football. They wouldn't shake hands. Our coach smarts off and says, "Yeah, that's great sportsmanship." So brother, being on his home turf, ain't going to take that.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Brother throws his hat down. Next thing I know, Little George, the only calm one, if you can believe that, because he's off his cycle this month, he takes the children, our team, down to the lower end, just so they won't see how stupid adults are.
Yeah, yeah.
Bullet, it gets pretty bad.
It's bad when Russell Westbrook's like, "Hey guys, maybe we shouldn't." It's kind of calling this down.
Bullet, I'm just telling you right now. So anyway, so the end result of it, so we got beat regardless. But anyway, so there's going to be a meeting. We've only got 1 game left. Okay, in 2 weeks is the minor league bowl game where they, you know, I told you Dallas may get to play at a high school field at night under the lights, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty
But there's going to be a meeting before then on the way these coaches acted, and they're really seriously talking about these coaches being suspended, even though there's 1 game left, for acting like an idiot. You see what I'm saying? I even had a dad ask me what I thought about it, and I said, "Well, we got our butt kicked. I done run the score up on us too." You see what I'm saying? So
That's what you do. Because life
no,
doesn't
exactly.
stop.
No, exactly.
Life doesn't stop
Exactly.
running the score up on you.
Bullet, I'm telling you right now.
That's when you got to decide you're going to sit there and take it.
That's
or
right.
you're going to be like Don Beebe and prevent it from getting even worse.
So, Bullet, listen. So I know what I'm gonna make. Dallas is mad, and I want him to be mad because the coach did that. Okay, not because like you said, and that's my lesson with sharing this with the people is life. Bullet, life ain't fair. I'm
Life
just
will
telling
run
you
the
right
score
now.
up
No,
you in a
it will,
heartbeat.
and laugh at you. So anyway, if and then I'll move on. If this coach gets suspended, then my son, who's just been like the defensive coach or whatever, he may have to move right up into the head coaching position. Okay, and all I'm saying, listen,
are we getting a clipboard out? Are we going
Oh,
to see
boy.
Buddy Ryan?
Oh, listen, let me tell you something.
On the sidelines?
I done got the cowboy hat.
We've already got an official position as we've gone over before here.
Oh, but let me tell you something. I may get now I'm just a weather guy. Remember, I got the tag that says weather guy. I'm the weather guy, so the parents can't complain. If my son, okay, gets moved up, because you know how football's all work and it's all who you know, then I done got the big Bum Phillips Houston Oiler cowboy hat, okay, bullet and the cowboy boots ready. I may get promoted up, okay? But let me tell you something. I'm telling all you parents right now, if I even get, I don't even have to be assistant coach. If I even get allowed, Dallas is getting the ball every time. I'm just telling you. I'm not one of these parents. I'm just telling y'all right now. If I get promoted, y'all can't say nothing.
Very Jerry Jarrett of you. Very Jerry Jarrett of you.
Listen, very, very. My son, Jeff Jarrett, is going to beat every one of y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting the ball. I'm going to give him the ball even on defense, even though he may be running back. There ain't nobody else that ain't sharing it. You see what I'm saying?
You're going to have Dallas run spy, which basically means he just goes wherever the ball is.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Whoever's got the ball, you're in charge.
No, exactly. So even I'm not even letting him off the clock at intermission when they take a break, halftime. He's still going to just he's getting in on every play. So anyway, we'll see. They're going to give him a week of practice. Things are going to calm down. Maybe I don't know. Something has to be done because of the way the coaches acted, and it's kind of crazy. It was funny because there's like the kayfabe sheet, a text page where just the coaches can talk and nobody else, and they're all
and
saying,
the weather guy.
And the weather guy, and all the coaches are saying, well, you know, we all just it gets the best of us sometime, that competition. You know, I know how stupid. Basically,
Pee-wee football, get over it.
Basically, you're an idiot acting in front of these 10-year-old
Yeah.
kids. So anyway, my son, the calm
You
one.
want to get better? Make your team better. How
But
about that?
let me tell you something. And my son, the calm one, actually posted in there that no, that ain't the way you act, and it don't get the best of us. We're actually supposed to be an example. I can't believe these words are coming out of my son's mouth, who's Axl Rose at 30 years old. But anyway, he just said that things. We're supposed to be an example for these kids, so which is a very good point. But we'll see.
Like I said, when Russell Westbrook has to be the voice of reason,
so anyway, Lord, it's a pee-wee game. Yeah, man, we got the beat so bad, the score ran up. But come on, parents, are you kidding me?
Why can't the coaches be like, when somebody asks?
Why can't coaches be like Jason Garrett? Okay, just we all love each other.
Or John Robinson when they asked him like, what do you think of your team's What do you think of your team's execution? And he goes, I'm in favor of it.
I remember that. So we'll see. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I know we've got so much almost in the year of November. I was getting ready to say big things coming up in November, Bullet, with a lot of stuff going on with a StarCast event, WrestleCade, a lot of that stuff going on.
Well, you got a StarCast event.
Yeah, and Bullet, I'm very excited this week. If everything works out, I will be going to our good friend Chase Stevens. I'll be working with him this weekend. We're going to Mississippi. I'm taking a couple of our students with us. It's a huge festival right downtown. Boy, I'm very, very excited. They want me to bring a ring. I said, brother, you'd be good if I bring me to Mississippi. But they got a ring. They got their guys. I'm going to be working with Chase Stevens, and it's kind of neat, Bullet. It's funny because I'm very standoffish a little bit because they want me there. Does that make sense? I'm not used to being, yes, I'm supposed to be there that day. Instead of just, are you sure they're going to have pro wrestling at this festival? But, Bull, I'm so excited.
Wait till the StarCast audience finds out who you are. And I heard you're doing a stage show there.
Oh, boy. Let me tell you something.
They're going to give you a live microphone there?
But I may drop listen, let me tell you something. Instead of throwing that NWA belt down, this is my chance. This is where I throw that mic down when I get done.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Bullet.
If you think Becky Lynch is a trip on social media, wait to hear this guy with a live microphone.
Bull, let me tell you something.
He's been practicing.
Oh, Bull.
People watching this already know.
Bull, let me tell you something.
But the people there in Baltimore that listen to podcasts, and they're always like, I really did Kenny Omega when he wrestled here and there, and I really enjoyed Peter. You've never met anybody like this before.
I'm telling you right now, Bullet. When they give me that mic, listen. I'm going to have sponsorships all over my back.
Oh,
from
so many bridges.
Exactly. From Joe's Tire and Go and Pizza Place. I mean, I'm gonna make some money off this. So when they lock me up, Bullet, for what I'm fixing to say up on that stage,
just don't do what you normally do. When I'm not around, just pretend like I'm around because I'm apparently the only thing chemistry-wise, alchemy-wise, that gets you to this. If you're just this, people love you. But sometimes when I'm not around you get very like, I'm very thankful for my career.
Just get away from me.
And I'm so happy for my kids. No, be this. Be
this.
Let
me tell you something. And what was funny is at the AML show Sunday, I just got it was a tag team tournament. Anyway, nobody knows how to work a tag team, so I didn't mean to, and it definitely wasn't an official seminar. But I just saw some goofs in the dressing room, so I pulled them together and I started explaining. Just because I was so aggravated, they didn't understand a false tag. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when you get so close, and then the heel draws and you switch, and all that, and you make the tag, but the ref ain't supposed to see it because it's not the hot tag. So anyway, I'm explaining to them that there's only one hot tag. There is, Bullet. If not, they're all hot tags. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I had this. It started off with 2 people. Next thing I know, there's 40 people standing around me. I should have charged them. But anyway, when we got done, I don't know if they listened, but a couple of them come up and said, "Man, that's like the greatest stuff I've ever heard." And I said, "Excuse me, Michael." I said, "Brother, I didn't invent it. Listen, boy, I didn't invent this. I should have took credit for inventing it." I said, "Guys, this is how it's supposed to do. It's supposed to be." You know what I'm saying? And it all started, Bullet. All this happened, Mike Lee, from when a guy came up and said, "Can I ask your opinion?" He said, "I'm gonna do Jeff Hardy's move." That's all he said. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, I'm gonna do the Swanton." I said, "For what? I mean, why do it to begin with?" I didn't know what he meant, Jeff Hardy's move. But anyway, so I said, okay. And naturally, when he's gonna miss the Swanton, I'm thinking that's to make the hot tag, right? Why else would you just miss it? And so I said, "Oh yeah, you're going to miss it at the end, which would have been bad enough." He said, "Oh no, I'm just going to miss it." So in other words, he's just going to break his neck, and it ain't even. And I'm rolling out of the way, but I wouldn't do it. But use me for example, and I'm going to go make the hot tag. But that's not when they're going to do it. So that's what got me on the subject of What? You're just going to like dive in the middle, like for no reason? You would not even do that anyway, but you would do it so I can go over and tag you for the hot tag. Does that make sense? So anyway, I shared all that with them. Then everyone said, man, that's like, wow, I'm going to really start trying that. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I did, bullet. I just jumped on the train as it was going. I didn't start the train.
It's like when I made my debut at a recent promotion, and they gave me the microphone, and I just do what I do, which is push people away. Ask anybody that I've dated in the last 6 years what I'm good at, and that's pushing you away. And I was just a heel. And when I came back through the curtain, people grabbed me and said, that was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. He goes, nobody here, we don't have anybody like you who's a heel. And I go, what do you mean? You don't have anybody that gets on the microphone and then badmouth all these people? This past weekend, I was seen as the brightest man in the world because I said that Georgia is just basically a slightly dirtier version of South Carolina. And people are like, that is just, oh my gosh, you were so good.
Wow.
You got such a great crowd reaction.
That's genius.
Gosh, I don't know how I did that.
Boy, hey, you're a genius, Bullet. Just
You
like
went
that.
out there and you just made people mad. And then the guy you wrestled, they really liked him. That was incredible. What else are you supposed to do? Am I supposed to go out and do a bunch of flips and a bunch of false fish? Can't do that anymore. And when I do, and the little bit that I can do, I pull my back just cutting a promo. So you think I'm going to do a flip? Get out of here.
Bolt, listen, I had, we got to move on. I had a guy message me. We're not friends on Facebook, but I had a guy message me, if you can believe this, and usually I just delete it right away, but it started off, please read this, okay? And I don't know why. I know, that's bad. But anyway, so this young man.
They know you too well.
Listen to this, Bolt.
And you should be friends with him on Facebook.
So I don't even know this guy, but he happens to be a student at Ricky Morton's school, and he said years ago he came to a big-time wrestling show, and he watched my match, and he said, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is what he said in the message. He said, when you started getting all these people to hate you and you wouldn't take your jacket off, he said, I was so mad at you that I just turned away, I just turned around and I walked away. And he said, I just thought that's the biggest idiot in the world. He said, the people were wanting to kill you, and I'm thinking, okay, that's what I was supposed to do. So anyway, but listen to this, Bolton. It's kind of a neat ending to this story. The reason he was messaging me, because it was a few years ago, and since then he's worked with like Ricky Morton, and he mentioned Boogie and some of the guys, and he said, I just want to apologize. I couldn't believe it, Bullet. He said, I just want to apologize because I was wrong. I couldn't believe it, Bullet. I couldn't believe it. He said, what I thought wrestling was, I just thought you were being lazy, and I just thought that you wasn't working hard, and he said, I was completely wrong. And he said, I just want you to accept my apology. That's what I know. But it was cool, Bullet, and I just wrote him back. I said, I appreciate this. Thank you very much. I mean, because he didn't, I guess he was young then or whatever. But anyway, so I'm sure Ricky Morton and Boogie and all them smartened him up quick, when he's wanting to go in there.
He probably had to go out there and be like, how do I make these people mad? And then come to find out, I got an idea.
No.
And realized it worked. And they go, oh.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, maybe
that's right.
He was doing what he was doing.
That's exactly right. So anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I know you got a very, very busy week.
I got a bunch of comedy shows. I got a comedy show in Raleigh tomorrow from the day we're taping this. I have a comedy show at my video store show this Friday. And then actually, I don't think I have anything this weekend. I think actually somebody did book me for a Saturday, but I think they forgot, or we kind of like agreed to separate for a while. It's, once again, really good at pushing people away. So I don't know. I don't think I got anything at all this weekend after Friday.
Bullet, just a quick, and we'll hear more about this. We don't really have time today, but Bullet, it ain't going to affect our show because we break the laws anyway. But Bullet, this is when I know we're living in the last days and we're done. The world is completely nuts. Oxford University, which is a very, very, up-to-do university and stuff like that. Bullet, they were voting on it this week. Listen to this now, Bullet, and it may affect our show because I don't know how we're going to have a show opening, okay? They're voting on it. This is true, folks. I didn't make this stuff up. They're voting on banning clapping at any event at their university. And you know the reason behind it? Right. They're saying the people with anxiety, it disrupts them. I know, boy, listen to me. So, I'm not making this up, folks, okay? So, they're going to ban clapping. First thing I thought when I read this, is
You
that
mean adulation. You're going to ban adulation.
yeah, they're mad at our show because we get so many complaints about me clapping. So anyway, some college professors have put thought in this. They're just saying that the students that have anxiety, it triggers the anxiety is what they're saying.
I have anxiety when nobody does anything when I'm on stage.
I know.
I did a mic last night. I did a mic in front of 3 people last night, and they did barely anything. That gave me anxiety.
So, Bull, listen to this. So instead, and I can't do it right. Instead of clapping, so what you'll do? They've got. Oh, I had to write it down, Bull, because I've never heard of
Is
anything.
this idiot bag?
No, this ain't this bag. This is just pre-idiot bag. Okay, Boy, they're calling it jazz hands. Now, I've tried to do research on that. And it's going to be a hand sign, not really the time
hand
out.
jive, like Jake Isles band.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of clapping at this university, you will be doing, Mike Lee's, you'll be doing this. It looks like I'm being robbed. But you see what I'm saying? So first of all, boy, and this ain't even idiot bag. We'll get into it. How are we going to? Can you imagine us opening the show like this, Bullet? They'll turn the channel. But the biggest thing I'm concerned about, Bullet, if people like
the jazz hands, you know what time it is.
If people like James Drake can't clap, how's he ever gonna have a wrestling match? Oh, that's pretty good right there. I heard a drum beat, James Drake. In other words, when he tries to get the people going, how can James Drake get the people going doing this? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, leave stuff alone. That's what I'm saying, okay? So, but Oxford University...
Nobody claps anymore because they've got phones in their hands, so it's okay. Give it time.
But, boy, I don't know if Oxford has like a football team or anything or any athletic stuff, but what are you going to do when you go to, if they score a touchdown? If you score a touchdown, you're just going to do that? I don't know. But anyway, keep our great fans. If this gets... But you know what scares me? And everybody says, George, you've lost your mind. If they ban clapping there... It ain't just going to stay in Oxford. But you know what I'm saying? But if I paid my fees to get in Oxford University, they ain't going to tell me nothing like that, boy. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I'll keep you updated, folks. Okay? All right, boy, any of the week.
Okay.
Boy, this is quick. Okay? This is quick, but straight to the point. Boy, I love the idiot bag. Do you see what I'm saying? I actually watched our program from last week just for this. Just cause to get that feeling again when you broke it out. Bullet, real quick, listen to me. Everyone knows one of my all-time favorite singers, Eddie Money, passed away. Okay, Bullet, and there's this, not really a website, but there's like this fan page. They've been updating everybody when he was battling cancer, and his family has, they've endorsed it and stuff like that. So anyway, and I go back on there just to, leave my, that I prayed for the family and stuff like that. Very sad time for me because part of me. The 80s. Part of me passed away. I'm just telling you, Bullet, okay? So anyway, and I missed that and all this. I even shared a CD with you, Bullet, to share that moment with you. But anyway, Bullet, real quick. So I'm checking, this is before I come over here, Bullet. So I'm checking the family, the page, okay? Bullet, somebody, and I tried to respond being nice because it is a respectful site, but some lady got on there and said, hey, can anybody tell me why the Eddie Money website has not been updated?
Because it's dead.
Mike Lee, are you kidding? And she said, it ain't been updated in like 2 months. And that was it. Boy, and so I got on there and I said, ma'am, I'm trying to say this with love, but are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding?
I didn't say with love. He's dead.
No! And I even said on there, I said, lady, there's probably other things on the family's mind right now than updating the website. Are you kidding me?
For what?
Anyway.
What's the new update?
No, exactly. Bullet. Anyway, so I'm throwing that lady in there for just a stupid question.
He already got his 2 tickets to paradise. Well, actually, it was just one. It's the one ticket. He didn't take anybody down.
No, and Bullet, what's funny, it's her life. I don't know. Or is she checking it every day? I mean, what is she going to do? Chances she ain't going to buy nothing off of it. So, anyway. And
I wish somebody would check my Twitter page with that amount of frequency.
So, anyway.
Man, he hadn't put out a tweet recently.
I will throw this. It was just a stupid question, Bullet. I mean, and I know Eddie Money's family actually goes, they did check it out, just saying, hey, updating the fans every now and then. But they'll probably never update it now when they see a stupid question, like that on there. So, anyway.
Keep going.
Anything real quick, Bullet, please?
Nope. Just got FSCW, got GalaxyCon all of November. Make sure you check that out. That's a good big thing. Revolver also too. High Spots Wrestling Network. I've got multiple shows up there, but business as usual.
Christmas lights will be coming on pretty soon, boy. Christmas, not long, buddy. It's hard to
If
believe.
this set still exists here, I don't know. They're gonna try and kick us
I
out.
know, but I don't know.
We
how
said
far-
we'd do this in 5 minutes. We've probably gone a half an hour.
How long can we go? Anyway, so much going on, folks. Listen to me. If you want the latest updates on wrestling, basically, just go ahead and purchase
The second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com, a website which is updated daily, especially weekly on the High Spots Wrestling Network. But if you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend, as also all the different shows that I've got going on, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning and on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Boy, can I do this one more? Mike Lee, that's stupid. I got to end the show like this before we get banned.
You can't not clap. Like
No,
like,
no.
He goes, I can't clap. I can't clap.
No, boy, are you kidding
As you're
me?
saying I can't clap, you are clapping your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to get the crowd going. I'm just going to wave at them, bullet, okay?